What up, guys? It's Boy Chronicles, episode 18. This is the movie section. How you guys doing? This is a little later than I would like. Um, I was trying to go see The Long Walk and The Conjuring Last Rites this week. Did not work out like that. Being a husband and father and all those things happen. Work, life, all those things. So I stayed in house. I did go see The Long Walk, but I actually went and saw. I went back and watched Rosario, a movie that came out in May that I was really interested to go see. And I was pleasantly surprised in some parts, but other parts, man, it's okay. Like and subscribe, please come back, listen to my voice, hear me talk about things I love, movies, entertainment, sports, music. I just love it all. Come back and hear my voice, please. I'll get into it with The Long Walk first. The Long Walk is heavy. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Keep walking, keep walking. Aggressive, gruesome. I can spoil at the end of it. They've walked 335 miles. And just put yourself in those shoes. Put yourself in a conversation when you got to walk 300 plus miles nonstop, or you die. Heavy is the heart that wears the crown in something like this, and that is so true. It was. I told myself I didn't want to really go see it because I'm like, come on, they're just walking. I love Stephen King wholeheartedly. I love Stephen King and won't give anything he does a chance. But still, come on, The Long Walk. He wrote this when he was in college, going to school. Like, is it really going to be that great? Yeah, it was that great. It was that good. A great storyline. I feel like you immediately get attached to whoever you want to choose in the group of boys. It's just sad. No matter who you get attached to, you think to yourself, only one of them survives. And I didn't read the book. I know there's a book that's been out for so long. A lot of diehard fans, I have one that I work with that have wanted this movie to be made for so long, love the book, and just hope they don't do the book wrong. Do wrong by the book, I should say. And it's gotten positive feedback everywhere. It sits at 89% on Rotten Tomatoes right now. It deserves that rating. Of course, you're going to see dialogue. I mean, you're going to hear a shit ton of dialogue. They're going to talk. It's going to be life. It's going to be, what are your motives? Why do you want to go on this walk? What do you want to win? Because the prize is a cash consideration and one wish, whatever you want. Some of them are driven by revenge and vengeance. Other ones driven by happiness and endless amounts of money and women. It just puts you in like a position. I just personally, as a man who really does cherish my best friends, it put me in a position to think to myself, how quick could you really get close to somebody? How fast could you relate to somebody and want to walk next to them? Whenever we're on a bus or whenever we're walking in public or we sit in a public place, tell me why you sit by that random person, why you find that table and you're comfortable by somebody you've never met before. You just can't answer that. It's one of those feelings that you have without feeling it. You just want a little bit of comfort, and sometimes being around a certain person gives you that. And that's where it makes you so hard to just cheer for someone and be hopeful for someone when you watch this movie. You're just sad. You're like, I don't know who I want to cheer for. I don't know who I want to be happy for. You guys are all gonna die, but one of you. It's tragic as shit. So good. And I would tell you guys, I know what I'm saying. Yeah, okay, so you're gonna die, but I'm telling you, 1 warning, 2 warning, 3 warnings, ticket. 1 warning, 2 warnings, 3 warnings, ticket. But they don't all die like that. It's a dystopian horror because it's raising the question as to how could it happen even when you're not expecting it. They do plenty of laughs, plenty of random jokes and funny moments, intense moments, and wrapped around all of that, you forget that people really are just exhausted, losing themselves. We got hemorrhaging and liver failures and stuff, and paranoia and trauma and so much. Faces getting on the ground and people having bathroom issues, and all of this alludes to you have 1, 2, 3 warnings, ticket. And it really is. Every time you see somebody get to that moment, get to that final crisis, it makes your whole heart jump. I know what it's gonna happen. I know what I'm getting ready to watch. Oh my God. And for me personally, I have a son now, and we have our second baby on the way, me and my beautiful wife. And I think to myself, this is the conversation right here where Hell nah, my sons will not sign up for the shit. You got me fucked up. At the beginning of the movie, there was an option. You had a back out date that you could get to. You could back out from this walk if you get to a certain date. But it's like hitting the lottery. If you win this walk, you get whatever you want. But I'm sorry, only one person can win. And then you lose your life if you don't? Hell no. There's no way. There's no way I would ever tell my son to sign up for that. I would ever tell any of my friends' kids or any kids that I love to sign up for that. What the hell are you doing? Go live. Go work at McDonald's or something. I don't know. But in this world, it's like a dystopian like world where it really is the law is the military. The military has the most might because some kind of trauma has happened in the world. Some kind of horrible war has ravaged the whole world. And it's more of a flex to say in America, you can fight for your honor. You have the chance to show work ethic and come back. Hell the fuck no, you don't. You better have work ethic or not have it at all. I'm not going to sit there and force you to walk to your death. But it was an honor. Hell no. Wouldn't do all that. But I would go see it. Go see that shit. If you're here for it, you're here for the actual strife, the mental capacity to hold it, to be upset with them and still watch it and still be there. Don't turn your eyes away. Watch every moment. If you're really about that, watch it because it's worth it. Long Walk. The Long Walk. Go see that shit. I watched Rosario. The reason I'm doing this video later than my other videos in a different shirt and everything is because I've tried to watch it for the last 2 nights. It's one of those moments where it's an hour and a half, I could make it, but when I get off work late night and I try to hang out and tell myself I can make it through a movie, I know better. I know I won't. I'll barely survive. I made it through the first 40 minutes last night, and so this morning I got on and I finished it. It's a gloomy day in Wichita, Kansas today, so I was able to put some pillows up in the window that I have downstairs and make it dark, so it wasn't bad. Possession horror movies, I really do like. Paranormal kind of stuff, I really do fuck with a lot. It really was interesting. I'm not gonna like bang home with it. It's nowhere near what I feel like about Weapons or Together or anything. It really is a one-off. I understand why it was only in theaters for a week, if that. It's a remake too, I guess, from a movie that came out in the 1980s. I think 1980s, 1990s. It's not bad. Definitely had a twist and a turn at the end. I would say the biggest premise that I like was is a quote in the movie where it was like, "Dreams do have a price," and I was like, "It's true. It's true." And more than like, I would look at it and say more, it's what's the cost of giving someone you love everything they want, and say it like that. In a possession kind of movie where you can give something, you can grant something, but it can get taken away, or you can grant something but didn't read the fine print and understand what is taken after you grant this said wish. Pretty upfront. I would tell you guys the one thing that weirded me out of the movie was the fact that she was so reactionary. The main character, Rosario, she was so reactionary to all the paranormal, all the demonic, whatever stuff happening around her, and she would like take it head on, like fight it, choking her out. She doesn't care, trying to punch it and stuff. I was more mesmerized this woman had that much gumption to do all that in this movie. I felt like she was gonna get possessed like 17 times, bro. The way she was walking up on these demons, like, man, he ain't scared for shit. Okay, whatever. Got a few jump scares. Definitely had 2 moments that made me tremble. I'll tell you guys, I love horror movies so much. Give me the tremble, I will never forget you. I'm just saying. And yeah, no, definitely had a moment where I turned to my left too quick and had a whole like motion in my body from my head to my toes go whoop. That was a lot. That was a lot. It was still really cool to watch though. I'm happy I watched it at home. Didn't try to go watch it in theaters. I think I would have probably thought it was a waste of money in theaters just because it's got a lot going on for an hour and a half. But I mean, it's predictable for probably the first 45 minutes. I've watched more than enough paranormal, ritualistic kind of horror movies to know that there's always a catch, there's always a cost you don't see, and there's always somebody doing something that you didn't see coming. So, nothing to write home about the cast or the premise. I mean, they're in an apartment for the whole movie, basically. But it wasn't bad. I mean, I wouldn't put it in something you need to go and run and watch. But like, if it gets put on Netflix or Amazon or Hulu or something, give it a watch. give it a watch, because I'm just a horror movie stan. I really am gonna watch horror movies every year more than anything else. If we could do like how they do Spotify and Apple Music at the end of the year, like you're wrapped. If we could do like a horror movie wrapped, when I go see an AMC and stuff, it's gonna be 60% horror movies, 30% action, 10% drama, suspense, sci-fi, and so on and so forth. I mean, I just love horror movies that much. But I would tell you guys, Rosario wasn't bad. I'd give it like a 6.5, maybe a 7 out of 10. It really wasn't horrible. I would watch it again if I was bored one day and it was on TV. Because I do like those kind of movies where you're like, I'm not gonna look for it, but if it randomly crossed sci-fi or like FX or something, I'd probably click on it and see where they were at in the movie and be like, I can watch this scene again, because it wasn't horrible. So, Rosario, 6.5, 7 out of 10. The Long Walk, I give it 8.5, maybe a 9 out of 10. I'm telling you guys, the dialogue and the storyline and the commitment to who you want to believe in, who you want to pull for, makes your heart that much more invested. So watch those movies. Let me know what you guys think. This has been Midwest Brown Boy Chronicles, episode 18. I am your Midwest Brown Boy, Jalen Brownford. You guys have a good week. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my videos. Come back, hear my voice. I want to talk to you guys. I want to be here more. I love doing this, and I will keep doing this as we go. So have a good week. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.